Good morning, Lise. How are you?
Good morning.
Good
How are you? Doing
morning. All right, listen, I'm going to sweep through. I know I have exactly 4 minutes, so I'm going to sweep through these quickly. The Biggie FBI recommends no charges to be filed against Hillary Clinton. What do you think?
Well, Director Comey has a great reputation, so I'm not going to impugn his reputation at all. What I think, though, is that I'm coming from the perspective of a third-generation federal prosecutor. My dad before me, my granddad before him, and what really struck me is that he said no reasonable prosecutor would bring a case against Hillary. And that bothers me because I have never, and my father before me, and I can't talk to my granddad because he's no longer with us, but no prosecutor tells no FBI agent tells a prosecutor what he or she should do. That's not their job.
Yeah.
The FBI investigates. The prosecutors decide whether or not to bring a case, and if they're not sure, they bring it to a grand jury.
Right.
I'm shocked by that. I mean, I'm absolutely flabbergasted by that.
And you can't think that politics didn't play a role here.
I don't know. I can't even get to that point because I am just beyond belief that an FBI agent would tell a prosecutor what to do or not to do. That just doesn't happen. In all my years as a prosecutor, my father before me, and my father was actually both a federal prosecutor and an FBI agent, so he's coming from both perspectives. You just don't do it. If an FBI agent would come to me and say, you could prosecute or not, I would be like, get out of my office. Get that banana out of my office.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Yeah, and why I say politics, I almost feel like Comey had to feel that the world of politics were coming down on him, that his decision would have played a big role in politics, and it's almost like he backed down because of that. I wonder.
But the thing to do then would be to say, prosecutors, I could see that you might want to bring this to a grand jury to decide.
Right.
That's what he should have done.
All right, I'll switch to the third topic before we let you go. Good Samaritan stops babysitter from driving drunk with 4 children in car. What is this story?
I think this is so great. A Good Samaritan saw that a babysitter was going to be driving with a bunch of kids in the car in Long Island, and I think it's great that the Good Samaritan actually saw this babysitter, made a phone call to make sure that she didn't drive. This was about 2 p.m. Called the police. She was arrested and charged with driving while intoxicated. And I think it's fabulous because otherwise she'd be driving with these 4 kids.
Yeah.
And, so it was a good thing.
And this is what we're supposed to do, right? When you see something, you're supposed to. And I think people get worried that maybe, boy, I'm going to look stupid if I go after this. But you can't do that.
It's a good thing she did. She was under 21. She was driving with a bunch of kids, and she was intoxicated. 0.08, so good for her. That she called somebody.
All right, Lise Wheel, thanks so much. I'm glad we got to squeeze you in. Have a great week.
Take care. You too.
Okay, Lise Wheel, Fox's Legal Lease. Okay, Andrew, do we know what happened there? I don't know what happened. I don't want to rehash necessarily.
I don't know.
Okay.
If you really must know, I had a bathroom emergency.
Oh, great.
And I had asked
the kid,
Angelo to take care of it.
He's only used the phone once before. So you got to show him what he's doing is he's locking it, and he's locking it on the lower panel, the lower roll, which they're not supposed to do, and somehow...
If you get locked out, just double tap the bottom row from where you are.
Andrew, I know how to use this phone. I practically invented it, for God's sakes. I've used this phone for several years.
I'm not throwing him under the bus.
Inside and out. But when I went to the call and I unlocked it, she was gone. Okay? WIBX Utica around back tomorrow.
Fair and balanced.
Got a break.